Hi, folks. I wanted to give you an update. We are at another milestone. We are 60% done with this project. I looked back to see when I started it, and it was in November of 2021. So we are approaching 2 years on this project, and I'm very tired. I still love it. I think, as I said before, I really enjoy when the face starts coming into view. Face. It's like the picture becomes alive. It's one thing to do a bunch of clothing and a bunch of background, but the face says we have a living person in this photograph. So this makes me excited. These stripes that you're seeing here is just that there's some bends in the project that won't show once it's off the loom, but um, the the beads themselves are a little wider than the gap between the warp threads, the up and down threads. So when you install it, it kind of starts to buckle because there's not enough room. And I try as I can to expand it, but you keep this under a lot of pressure. It's tightened down to where it doesn't want to move, and certainly has resisted it. It's also a little bit crooked on the loom. Again, it won't affect the end product, but that's why it might look a little crooked to you. It's something I'm trying to work out, but as those of you that have followed a lot, we had an accident with the first loom. It decided that that loom wasn't tall enough and it collapsed on me as I was working on it. So it's been challenging. So I got about 80 rows in, loom collapsed on me, could not put it back together again, and I had to buy a bigger loom and uninstall and reinstall those 80 or so rows. So this one has taken more time than it would have uh, in that in the normal state of things. We've had COVID happening during that period of time, and certainly uh, I was affected emotionally by it, as were a lot of people, and so the desire to create art takes a back seat to other things, some of it being our own mental health. But happy that I'm plugging away. I'm not quitting. I'm going to keep going. Uh, Let me give you some statistics for those that like that sort of thing. So far, I've used 78,000 beads. 78,000 beads. I have a color palette of 97 different colors. Estimate by the calculator, this should end up being 129,000 beads when I'm done. Right now, it's just about square at 17 and a half inches wide and tall. It should be about 20, between 29 and 30 inches tall when I'm done. 17 and a half is as wide as it's going to be. Time spent so far, I didn't do the math on this, but if a row uh, goes along without any problems, then it takes me about 45 minutes to do one row. I've done 260 times 45 minutes, if you want to calculate that, and that's if nothing goes wrong. Quite often, things go wrong. The count's off, If the count's off by one bead, you gotta find where the problem is, and fix it, which often means taking it all off of the thread and reinstalling it onto the thread. I can't think of anything else to tell you on this. I'll give another update at 70%. We should see a lot more of this face by then. I know I've been kind of cagey about the subject. Some of you would recognize it. I just am superstitious to where I don't want to say who this is or what the subject is. So in the comments, please don't mention it. Speaking of comments, I love comments. I love reading the comments. I love seeing your feedback. I'm not fishing for compliments. I just am looking to see who's interested and what your questions might be. So bring them on. Just save the ones that say, well, what's the subject of this? Who is this going to be? You'll see soon enough. Subscribe to the channel. So important. I can't tell you how important it is for YouTube to say, hey, people are interested, so we'll suggest this to people. When you're on YouTube and there's those other videos that are sitting there that says you might be interested in this, that's what they're doing. They're judging that based on what you've already watched. So if you like this one, that tells them, hey, they're interested in bead weaving. And I'm not the only one, but it's certainly, it leads them to show you more of mine. Other projects that I've completed, other phases of this one. I've done some tutorials on like how row is installed and stuff like that. There is some evidence that YouTube puts a big emphasis on people who watch more than one of the same content providers' emails in a row. So if you watch one of mine and then you watch another one, they go, oh, this is somebody that's really interested. So if you wouldn't mind, turn it on, walk away, go get a snack, let it be done. I don't put great big giant long ones on. I keep them short, but let it run to the end. Click the like button, the little thumbs up. You can do the thumbs down too. That's okay. But something to tell YouTube, hey, you're engaged with this. Subscribing to the channel always helps. If you subscribe, there is a little bell icon that you can click that will give you notifications. So you'll be notified if I post a new thing. I don't do them very often. I didn't look to see when the 50% post was, but it's not like even once a month. But it lets you know that I've posted something new. Not everything on my channel is bead weaving. I do have other interests and I share those on YouTube, but you're under no obligation to watch them. If you get a notification and there's something you're not interested in, cool. I'm fine with that. Comments mean a lot to YouTube as well, so I appreciate it. And just to address the topic, in case anybody is thinking I'm looking to make money, I'm not. My channel is monetized for another reason, but that money doesn't go to me. So what I get out of YouTube as far as monetization is pennies. You're going to see the ads whether or not I'm unmonetized or not, unless you pay for. Oh shoot, now I forgot. But there's a thing I started paying for with YouTube where you just don't see the commercials. You pay them ahead of time for the commercials. That's fine. Content providers do get paid off of that. Uh, and it sure makes it a lot more enjoyable. I choose not to have commercials um, in the middle of videos because they always are at an awkward place, and that's very annoying. But I can't choose not to have commercials at all. They're going to do it. They're trying to make a living too. So anyway, sorry this turned into how to uh, how to support your favorite contact uh, providers, and I didn't mean it to be. I just wanted to give you an update on this project and 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 some things you can do that maybe gets this in front of other people. I'd like to let people know this is an art form and just how much work and effort goes into this. Did I say this is 97 colors? I don't know if I did. Anyway, send me a question or send me a comment or something. Just something, send me a hello. Just something to let YouTube know that you'd like to see more. Thanks so much. Bye.